Okay, testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. All right, it's got the wrong mic. It's got the wrong mic. Yeah, I know you can hear me, but it's the wrong mic. Hang on.
Hey, hey, hey. Hey, do boo boo. How's the sound now? Is that right? In sooth, I know not why I am so sad. Okay, good. So I am going to try to have MT4, and if it fails, I'm going to go to MT4 web. But it seems to be working. Other things seem to be throwing errors, but not errors, but they're struggling with the CPU. But let's just see. It was working fine. It should work fine, and if it don't, I have a plan B. All right. So welcome to Forex.Today, the YouTube community of about 20,000 of us. We gather every day in this community to do technical and fundamental analysis with the overriding goal of putting together trade plans. This is not a get rich quick channel. I'm not trying to scalp enough money to rent a Lambo to impress you. Seems that I have a cold? No, everything's good. It's just a weird environment. Anyways, hello from the Harvard Club in New York City. It's good to have you here. So here's how it works. You ask questions. I will do my best to address them. This will be a day where we go through our charts and try to create setups. Okay? I got to change my... I realized I'm on the wrong... I think I am. Uh-oh. Yeah, sure enough, it's already frozen. It went from working perfectly to all of a sudden not working perfectly. Anyways, so hopefully we can get through this. I'd like to use these charts. I changed the resolution. I changed a couple other things. It was fast 5 minutes ago. Your resolution might be a little off today. I can't change it now that I've started the stream. But hopefully it works okay. It's moving along just fine. So anyways, ask questions. I'll do my best to answer them. Again, we're coming into the end of the quarter. We're also coming up against non-farm payrolls. I believe today is Thursday, which means tomorrow is Friday, the first Friday of April. Non-farm payrolls comes out. We have this big volume and volatility jump. It's called an event-driven strategy. But going into the event, it can suck the wind out of our sails. Okay? You know what I'm talking about? So today is probably a mediocre day for trading in general, so don't get too excited. Today is not a day you're likely to get rich quick, but instead get poor quick. Actually, maybe nothing even really happens, so be careful, right? So we'll do a fairly quick presentation today, so let me know what's on your mind, okay? And meanwhile, answer the poll that I have going. Who's on your mind today? Jerome Powell, Vladimir Putin, Joe Biden, or Will Smith? Huh? Somebody needs a bitch slap. One of those gentlemen, perhaps, huh? Oh no, my clan war is about to end. So anyways, let's see. If you need help, I'm here. That's the whole point. I'm traveling and I bring my 3 screens with me because I need to watch the market, of course, but I need to be here for you. as well. I'm here for you. Even when I'm not in the comfort of my home, I bring you along with me. So the whole point is let me know how it can help, and I will do my best. So other additional resources besides these live streams, in the description below the video, okay, you will see links to my chart templates. You will see links to my book, links to free training courses, links to paid training courses, you know, macroeconomics, fundamental analysis, central banking policy, technical analysis, day trading and swing trading, and all these wonderful, wonderful, wonderful videos. 65 hours cost $88. I mean, come on, bro, get on with it. And also a link to tradersway.com, because when you get this thing called Forex figured out, you're going to need a trustworthy, ethical business partner to execute your trades. You need an execution partner. Okay, not one with the cheapest spreads, not one that spends $1 billion a month on advertising to put 40 or 50,000 accounts onto one trading server. No, if you want a boutique foreign exchange firm that can, you know, be a service provider to your successful Forex trading business, I recommend tradersway.com. So the link to tradersway.com is in the description below. Click on it, open up an account, demo account is fine, and see if they can earn your loyalty and respect. Okay, epic. Let's see what's on your mind. Let's end the poll. Nobody cares about Biden. That's great. Powell and Will Smith neck to neck. So anyways, Will Smith's more powerful than Putin. Nope. And Biden has no love, no hate, no cares, actually. Interesting. So, all right, cool. So, these jobs reports, job reports, things like this week we have non-farm payrolls, we have ADP, but did you pay attention to JOLTS? Okay, JOLTS is the other side of the equation. When you do non-farm payrolls, you got the establishment report and you have the household survey report, and they're looking at you know, things like number of jobs, number of pay stubs, types of work, full employment, partial employment, underemployed, all these things go in there. And that's all really interesting. Now the other side is, from the corporate side, from the company side, are they advertising? Are there jobs available? See, like you could have 10% of the United States unemployed, but nobody's hiring. Okay, right now we're not counting everybody, but people that are looking for work, 96% of them can get work. 4% can't, but there are plenty of jobs open for them. Okay, of course, there's a lot of people not even looking for work. And so that's a bigger problem, and that all this data gets captured somewhere else. Okay? How many people think the Will Smith thing is true, or if it's just fake publicity? Leave a comment, huh? Leave a comment. Yeah, everybody thinks it's fake, right? Oh, Johnny's like, it's true. All right. My oh my, WTI, looking great, coming back down, okay. Made our way from 102 to 110, back to 102. It'd be interesting if we can see a lower low, okay. Remember, this can have an impact on Japanese yen. Okay. Okay. Very cool, huh? Very interesting. So we take the look at this, and what's the ultimate? I think it was closer to 92, but it looks like it's actually 95. New lower low down to 95. But I want to flip now over to the yens and show a potential pullback. Hey, this is actually working okay. Interesting. That's all right. This is moving just all right. Okay, and with oil coming down from 110 back down toward 100, we have CAD yen down, we have Kiwi yen down, we have pound yen down, we have Aussie yen down, we have euro yen down, and we have USD yen down. And not only have I taught you, or I think I taught Forex.Today audience, it might have been the day trading / swing trading groups, I don't know, but how to play yen off of oil, or oil off of yen, one of the two. And then, of course, there's the seasonality issue of yen supposed to get strong. So anyways, it's kind of interesting that yen is strong and oil's coming down, and that's exactly what we're talking about. Okay? Cool. Cool. Nice. Okay? So what do you think? What do you think? Any comments on this? I mean, again, I don't know if this is now the new trend, but we talked about this happening on this particular week 3, 4, and 5 months ago. Any thoughts? Any comments? Johnny's like, everything but the euro. Gotcha. I think I'll put my glasses on. Huh? Neat, huh? No comments? Just Johnny's on it? Why is euros? Why euro is sold at the same time? Not sure what you're talking about. Hang on, I'm in a thing. That's right. Okay. Peter's like, I'm still waiting until the possibility of next week on the ends. Well, they should last. Yeah, I gotcha. Darko says one more lower high. Well, there'll be a million lower highs, right? Hey, what's up, Lucas? We waited for you. We've been talking about Will Smith, so you'll have to watch the recording to catch up on that. ST Dudley says, why has the yen made the largest move against the Oz ever in such a short period of time? Well, let me, right? Okay, so it comes down to why Aussie yen coming down hard, as ST Dudley says. And all I can tell you is if we talked about it happening this week, 3 or 4 months ago, then one argument I could have is it's supposed to. Right? Hang on, 15 million things going on here. So anyway, so I'd argue it was supposed to happen, and now it might actually be happening. And it's hard to, like, when you do predict the future so far out, you get a lot of confirmation bias in this. Like, maybe there's just a short-term hesitation on pound yen, so I say, aha, look at this is coming down, I told you so, this is going to fall for 6 months. Well, then it comes down to this area, and it just hits that support and then bounces up, or hits the daily 21 and heads up. And then it's sort of a false confirmation, right? So I don't actually know, but we know we wanted to buy yen right at the end of March and the beginning of April. Now we see red on the screen, and I'm like, well, that's what we talked about. That's what it could be. We don't know if it is, but it may be, and it may have started, but maybe not. I don't know. But again, it's all confirmation bias. We always have it. The way you do it is you use your stops, right? And this is where you provide your alpha. I mean, look, if you are still spending most of your time trying to figure out what's happening, then you're still in the beginning of your trading, right? Your trading career is just blossoming, and you're spending most of your time figuring things out. Okay? Later on in your career, you're not figuring things out. You know what's likely to happen. You know the response. All the playbooks are the same, basically. You know how to handle yourself. You know how to set these things up. You understand macroeconomics, central banking policy, seasonality. What you're really doing, where you produce value after that, is really managing your risk. Okay, so the fact it's coming down, I'm like, well, it's kind of supposed to come down. What do you expect? Now, if you're a bull, then you're going to buy it low. If you're a bear, that was it. And maybe if things like seasonality kick in, reasonably similar to our base model, then yeah, this can come down for a while, and maybe that's a top. But even if it's maybe a top, I mean, look, that could still happen too. Okay? It just means that we're in the time of season where, I mean, look, I don't know what day my cherry trees are going to blossom, but it's usually in the spring. Well, what impacts that? Was it a cold winter, a warm winter? Was there a hot snap? Was there a cold snap? All these things, right? But in the spring, man, in the spring, they bloom, and then they cover my driveway, and it looks like snow. Okay, so is this going to roll over? Yeah, maybe, usually, often. Yeah, it can. Is that it? Yeah, it could be. Very often, it could be straight down. Or, you know, let's say if you're truly doing more of a price action play on this, okay, then what we're thinking is, you know, price action would tell you this to this, okay? Now this is going to kick in, okay? People are going to buy that. But you're a bear, so then the next thing is here, and then here, and then here, and then here. That's how you'd play it, right? Okay. Anyways, anywho, right? You see how you have to connect price action now with sort of strategy? That's why I wrote the book that way, Strategic and Tactical Forex Trading. You have a strategy first, and I don't mean your technique for entering trades. What I mean is you have a set bias and you have reasoning and rationale. So again, monetary policy, macroeconomics, seasonality, or a flip of a coin. It doesn't really matter to me. And, you know, so you say the strategy is you want to take this down for X, Y, and Z, or Z reasons. Okay, great. That's your strategy. Now the next step is how is that going to work technically? Okay, so one of the things I love to do, even in my own brain, I say, and you know, senior boot campers are probably going to get this easy, but who sells that position right there? Okay, yeah, bulls. Hey, look at all the senior boot campers. Big money. I just love, I don't know where you guys go when you go watch other people trade, but all this stuff about the big money and the smart money, trade like a bank. What the hell does that even mean? It's funny. Yeah, I like the big money. It's funny. Yeah, be careful who else you listen to because it's funny. I find some of it funny. Anyways, yeah, that's bulls. That's bulls selling. Okay, yeah, bulls taking profit, as Alonzo says. Yeah, bulls taking profit. So for bears to enter this, remember what kind of bull sells a higher high? Think of it. It's got to be like the dumbest thing ever, right? Sell a higher high. What a degenerate gambler. Huh? All right. So the next thing is for a bear to sell this. A bear can sell a lower high or a double top. So this is going to happen, or if I may offer an alternative, and it would do this. Some version of one or the other. Okay? Interesting, right? So Peter is thinking next week, and somebody else, I think it was Darko, said the next lower high, the next pullback or something. Yeah. Okay. Now, is Johnny a degenerate gambler? Is the next question. Maybe, I don't know. The thing is, in this move within these are daily candles, right? So inside that move using fractal geometry, something like this has already occurred. Okay? So Johnny went through that same process, right? In the day trading group, we've looked at these trades now for 2 or 3 days, every night, every Asia Open, and maybe it's come together, right? And so he's got himself. I mean, I don't know his trade, but I know Johnny, and Johnny would have sold something like that, but on a smaller time frame. He's got his stop jammed, I'm sure, or close to it. But here's the thing that now that Johnny has to deal with. So let's just say J-Man is in here, okay? JM is right there, and stop maybe at break even, and now this is likely to happen, and that could take him out. So now, where's the stop? Do you leave your stop here? Do you leave your stop close to break even? All that kind of stuff, right? You understand? By the way, let me ask you, we actually got this running. It's been a long time coming. How's the resolution? Does it suck? I know the resolution's lower than normal, right? Are you cross-eyed? Are you crook? Are you crooked? You're looking at it like a curious dog. You're like, eh? No? You can't even tell? So Darko took another pair. Yeah, and like I said in the day trading group last night, I don't care if you're on pound yen or CAD yen or zippity doo da la di da di da yen. I'm a buyer of a yen. You guys got it? Okay, well, I'm getting warning signs that it says it's not optimal, but we're running this show. I've had so many complications. This is the first time we've gotten this far, and it's been I eat. Okay, cool, neato, 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 neato. Let's do something else now, because all the yens are the same. So I just covered every single yen on the planet. I want to go back to commodities. We did some my WTI, and then I went back and showed you the yens. I'm like, look, you see WTI? That means yens are doing this other thing. You're welcome, by the way. Okay, take a look at Biddy, another sort of leading indicator these days, and stalled out, but what? Stalled out and waiting. This smells like it's waiting for NFP, huh? Oh, label. Don't want label. Stop it. Stop it. Sorry, literally got 5 things going on here. All right, so Coolio, what I was trying to do is this. Cool. Okay, are we frozen? No, I was frozen. I'm doing multiple things. You know, one of the things I might be able to do now is make a donation to the Harvard Club and get my plaque or portrait on the wall. Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't it be cool? There's great-great-great-grandpa Wayne McDonald. What an a-hole. But anyways, there's the plaque. So we're starting the conversation. I think that's going to be cool, man. What a narcissist, huh? Every time I'm in town, I can come look at my plaque. There I am. I love me. Sorry, man. I'm an only child, right? I think, right? I'm an only child. Being a narcissist isn't that crazy. 5.4 versus 5.5. All right. Cool, Henry. That's neat. PCE, yeah. Yeah, narcissist. Oh, look at me. I love me. All right. Goldilocks. I've had this one trapped. Just like, let it do its thing. I don't really care. I'm in an Uber and actually it was a Lyft ride, and on the app I say I want quiet. I don't want the driver to talk to me. So anyways, this driver wouldn't stop talking after acknowledging that I wanted quiet time. So he literally talked for the whole ride from my house all the way to the airport. And then he's like, oh, so what do you do for a living? Oh, I'm a currency trader. Oh my God, I trade stocks, and I've been trying Forex, and my wife does this, and we're trying to get a vacation home, so I've been doing it. And then he's like, can you give me any advice? And I'm like, do this, do this, do this. And then he's like, what about gold? And I'm neutral on gold. Actually, I was a poor only child, huh? So core PCE, that's interesting, huh? But that's month over month. You might want to look at core year over year. But obviously, a lot of this pressure has to do with oil prices. Okay, oil prices really, really impact inflation. For example, when retail sales come out, you might be thinking of Walmart and Target and maybe your grocery store. That's what you're thinking of retail sales. But how much of it is gasoline sold at the pump? And you're like, oh yeah, wait, that's retail sales too. And it's huge. Okay, so if gasoline prices go up 50% in a short amount of time, excuse me, that inflation gets counted all over the place. So not only does retail sales go up significantly because everybody needs fuel, and again, these prices are it's an issue of elasticity. So you can Google this, but the idea is you might hate paying 50% more for gas, and you'll bitch and complain about it, and you'll put that little Biden sticker on. Biden did this. But the thing is, you bitch, you complain, and you fill your gas tank. Okay? Now, if you go to the grocery store and you're like, I'm going to buy a 6-pack of beer, and you go, and there are two beers that are similar. Let's say Budweiser and Miller. And for whatever reason, Miller's on sale today, and it's 30% cheaper than Budweiser. And you're like, well, I usually get Budweiser, but you know, it's pretty good, and they're about the same. And you can substitute, right? That kind of stuff. But in this case, you can't substitute for gasoline. Maybe you go to another gas station and it's a penny cheaper, but it's not 50% cheaper, 30% cheaper. So there's this level of elasticity that comes into this. You pay, you bitch, but you pay. Okay? And so you can imagine now the cost out of your, on your credit card for filling your gas tank goes up, but what about your FedEx deliveries? What about the cost of jet fuel? Oh, now you're paying more to fly in Delta. Oh, I have to send a form. What the hell is this? Kind of ancient. Hang on. Oh my God, I gotta do what? I have to manually type in my Sky Miles account number? What the hell? Who the hell knows their Sky Mile account? Why don't they know my Sky Mile account number? Gee, bunch of boneheads. Bunch of knuckleheads, huh? Hang on, I gotta get this done, man. This is important. You're important, but I'm here for you, and hang on, everybody, hang on. Sky Miles now. Account name. Shown, that would be Wayne McDonald. Sky Mile account number, that would be, that's the address. Did he say it's straight? Enter date of birth. Why the hell does she need my date of birth? Do I sound like a grumpy old man? Type it in this exact format. Shut up. All right, grumpy old man. Shut up, old man, just do it. Way back in when I flew TWA. Okay. And, let's do this. Stupid Delta. Done. Done. All right, hang on. All right. This. All right, so anyways, gold, I look at it and I'm neutral, and that's what I told the Lyft driver. I'm telling you. All right, so anyways, that's good. So I see this as risk on paused. You can see Bitcoin wants to make a move today, so it's going to try to get over 48 today, which means some dollar weakness. That's all right, that's good. Great. And then the big event tomorrow is going to stall things out. Okay. By the way, guys, it looks like I was able to change my flight. I'm not going to be able to do the swing trading group today. I had made some other changes. To do it, And then I realized, you know what? I don't even like setting up swing trades the day before non-farm payrolls because I don't know what non-farm payrolls is going to do. So my solution here, how about this? We meet 4 o'clock on Sunday afternoon and we start setting things up right before the open. And this is post NFP, so now we got our numbers, we can see the price action, we can set up the pivot points, and I think it actually makes a lot more sense. And maybe we make it sort of a permanent move, like why meet the day before non-farm payrolls? I mean, really, and very often we just do group work, and I like the group work, so maybe we won't make it a permanent change. But I feel like I got to get home. You know me, man. I get here, I do everything, and then I'm like, I need to go. I'm not a tourist. I need to go. I've done everything I need to do in this town, I think, in the next couple hours, and then I got to jump, baby. You wouldn't believe all the stuff going on in my house. My beautiful wife, my children are there. There's workers. I had 9 dump trucks at my house. Okay? The wife and kids don't want to deal with that. 9 dump trucks. Big ones, too. Right? And so there's a heavy equipment in this, and oh my God, and I got more crews coming. I got to go, man. I got to bolt, man. I got to get in the jet stream and go. So anyway, so maybe that's our solution. We can do the combined day trading, swing trading group Sunday at 4. I'll send out an email. Maybe 4 doesn't make sense. That's just the time we do swing trading, but maybe 6 is better or something. But we'll figure it out, and I'll send you an email. Okay? Yes. Oops. Good. Delta Amex. Hit me, baby. She's like, yeah, we can change your ticket for $1,000. I'm like, oh, that sounds really good. Yeah, treat me right, baby. I'm a platinum member. That sounds fair. $1,000 to switch me to an empty seat on another airplane. Yeah, that sounds... no, actually, no. No! Take me from one seat and put me in another empty seat and charge me $1,000? What the hell is wrong with you? To go on a 2-hour flight. What, are you mental? Yeah, bitter old man. What can I say? Bitter old man, I got you. I gotta fill out another frickin' form. You're kidding me. It's the one on the address. There's one credit card on my account. She's like, I don't know what credit card? Dude, you've had my credit card since 1991. Anyways. Mervel, where are you? You like to be here? Where are you located? How to be part of the group? You go to fxbootcamp.com and we have very high standards. You have to have a credit card with credit. Type of card. It's an Amex, baby. I can't believe they make platinum members do this. How stupid. It's all because of the Russian hackers. Enter the 4 numbers stored. You'd like to, the last 4 of the stored. Hang on, guys. I'm getting there. Just want to go home. Oops, just trying to go home. Miss my babies. I'm just getting sick of $50 Uber rides. Where's that? Almost done. extent their stupid form is in the way. Almost done. All right. All right. All right. Cool. All right. So let's go on to this Eurodog up into, so this is just stuff we've covered before, but remember we had the breakout pullback, then, okay, breakout pullback. Okay, the gray zone is the resistance I identified for us. Down here was the support. And now you have to really think about this, like how are you going to play this for next week? And these are some of the ideas that we're talking about where you kick it off next week's pivot, but that's not set until the close after NFP. Okay? And then the monthly central's down here at 1050, so that's very interesting, right? Very interesting. So what do you think? Are you a bull or a bear? You have to have that answered now. Okay? If you don't know, then you don't know, you know. Okay? So a general plan for a bull would be something like that. Okay? Okay? That's nice, right? Because a bull can buy a higher low. A bear really, I mean, it depends on how they analyze the market. If the bear believes the market is actually sideways, even though these are higher highs, you know, they can argue that basically, I mean, you can just change the time frame and daily it, but, you know, you're going to, someone that believes this is bearish is going to argue that we're in a sideways range and this is just a big giant sort of pullback this way, right? Let me draw it from their point of view. On like a daily chart, they're thinking that. So they're going to play this out and say this is kind of neutral, which means they're trapping it here. And a bear really shouldn't sell a higher high, but they're going to play it differently. It doesn't mean it's right, by the way. I would say it's wrong. They're going to play like, oh, this is all kind of top-ish, right? They're going to do this, and that's their argument. So they're going to try to take it down like this. And you can see it's an MM3, so they can argue all of that. I would caution anybody that takes a trend trade strategy and then fit it into something that's not trending. So for example, sometimes I see a bull buy an M2 in a bearish market. I'm like, dude, what's wrong with you? Well, I'm a bull and that's an M2 and you taught me to do that. No, I didn't. Not in a downtrend. I told you not to trade in a downtrend if you're a bull. Okay? In a sideways market, if you sell M3 or buy M2, you're taking a trend trading strategy and slamming in, you know, sideways price action. Well, that ain't right either. Okay? Stingray says, where are you going? I'm going home, Bubba. I'm in New York City. I spent last night at the Harvard Club and the night before at the Penn Club. You know, where Donald Trump and Benjamin Franklin went to school. That's at the Penn Club. And then it's tiny. It's a tiny place. It's beautiful, but it's tiny. And so anyways, then you go to the Harvard Club and you're like, holy crap, look at this place. It's crazy. So anyways, but I'm done. I did everything. After a while, you get sick of, you know, $60 cigars and $50 Uber rides, and you're like, holy shit, time to go home, man. I got things to do. She wants to know if I'm at least 15 years of age. Yes. Why do we even have, why do the companies even collect our information? And then they're like, are you 15? No, I'm 16, but I have 2.3 million miles flying on Delta. Yeah, but I'm 16 and a half, actually. Ridiculous. Come on, Delta. Impress me, Delta. Do you guys like ever call in to like help somewhere and you got to answer about 15 questions and then finally someone answers the phone and they don't know any of the information you just entered? May I have your name, please? What the hell are you talking about? I just spent 15 minutes answering all these BS questions, right? Or you ever go to see your doctor and they're like, fill out this piece of paper that's been photocopied 950 times and everything's all crooked and blurry, but fill it out. And you're like, well, where's this going? Are you going to enter that into a computer? Why do I have to fill it out the next time I'm here? I'm not filling out this stupid thing. So my wife ends up doing it and I'm sitting there all grumpy and pissed off. Is there anything else? No, thank you. You've been wonderful. I'm so nice. You've been wonderful. Huh? Have a blessed day, as they say in Georgia. Anywho, I was nice. No, thank you. You've been wonderful. She's going to tell all her co-workers that she met Jumping Jack Flash. All right, USD Swiss franc, I'm not interested. Okay, next. Yeah, stabbing a vertical. All right, so got that done. See, multitasking. I'm learning. I'm actually learning how to multitask. All right, Kiwi Dollar, again, very top-ish. This is bullish, and that is bearish. And, I mean, look, I have ideas of seasonality and all these other things, but those don't exist yet. I mean, again, a base case model is a base case model. It doesn't mean anything until after it's happened. And then it was more like, how do you frame, or what kind of lens do you use in your analysis? And that changes depending on, you know, market conditions, really. Like I said, is this an uptrend? Is this a downtrend? Is this a side trend? Okay, the way you answer those questions will frame how you analyze and interpret the results of your analysis. So again, if you're looking at this like, yeah, this is going to go down, then you're going to look at it one way, and you're going to see a double top, you're going to see an M3, and you're going to short it. Now, if you say, no, I'm a bear, I'm a bull, this is going up. I'm like, oh yeah, it's going up, right? Cool. So what? Right? Well, then you're going to see the Friday front run, okay? And you're going to want to buy a dip. You would buy it at 69 and you'd buy it at 68.5. You don't even think it's going to go down to 68.5. But if it does, you will. Hua? Okay? No, Kevin, I don't bring out the voodoo dolls. When I worked at Apple, I actually worked in this really interesting department on handling customer accounts. So I went to Apple University. I became an Apple technical coordinator. So I was I was a tech guy. Silicon Valley, makes sense, right? But I decided to work for this division of Apple that was going out of business. And I thought, what an amazing experience to get inside of a company as it's being shut down. There was a terminal end date. And I'm like, well, I want to know about morale because I was a business leader. It was weird because I was only 21, but I'd already run a company of thousands of people. So I thought, well, right off the bat, I want to work for a startup that's being shut down. I want to know how morale happens. I want to know how people just leave and just go find other jobs, who sticks to the very end, what happens to the leadership, and all this kind of stuff, right? But I was still young, so as a frontline guy, and so I'd work with customers, and every single day we were losing employees and morale is dipping, and I thought it was just a fascinating experience. But nonetheless, I would work the phones, and customers would call in. You'd have to wait for 3 hours to get a hold of somebody. So obviously, I recommended we change that, but whatever. It was a dying company; they didn't want to spend money. So and then they would be all pissed off, right? So I actually volunteered. Get this, I actually volunteered because, again, I love the experience. I'm not going to take people yelling at me over the phone personally. I get it. They're having a problem. They can't get through. Customer service sucks. And then the person doesn't solve your problem or hangs up with the phone on you. You got to call back. I get it. So I volunteered, Kevin. I'm like, I want the worst, most irate customers with the most challenging problems that might take me 3 hours over the phone to solve. Give them to me. I want them all. It was great. And so, hey man, you don't need the voodoo, right? The voodoo pins. Like I'm not mad at them. I'm solving their problems, right? And it was just great. It was such great experience. And now when someone irate comes up to me, and it's happened a few times in my life where they're out irate, they're screaming, they want to punch me, right? And no, it's not every day, but it happens. And I'm like, wow, you're really angry. I'm like, that was hurtful. And it's so funny. It's just so funny. Right? Wow, very animated. That's very exciting. Anyways, so anyways, you can't, you don't want to be in that situation. So I know her job. It sucks. So I treated her kindly. All right. But what a great experience for a young man to be in that company. From those, yeah. The other thing, right before that, I worked for a startup. I went in and I reorganized the entire sales and marketing department, including the phone sales force, changed the way they recruited and managed and retained their employees, and everything, just redesigned everything, the entire sales process, even the type of sales, from order taking to a consultative sales approach. So I went in as a young man, and within 3 months, I was the #1 salesperson on the force. And then I went through and I created this giant proposal. I did research, I did interviews, I did all of this, put it all together, and handed it to my direct report, the people I directly reported to, but also their boss. I said, hey, I gave this to the vice president of sales. Just want to make sure you know and you're included. Here's what I gave them. So about a week later, the CEO comes down to the second floor. Is a 2-story, executives upstairs and everybody else down there. And they're like, all hands meeting out in the main lobby. And I'm like, yes, they're going to promote me. And we went out there, and the CEO's up on the stairs, and all the employees are around the atrium and everything. And I'm sure they're going to promote me. And they laid everybody off. The company was bought. Everyone's laid off. 2 week severance. Please leave. I could have saved the company. I'm telling you, if I had been there 6 months or a year earlier, I would have saved the company. Yeah, just bought out and shut down. All right, welcome to Silicon Valley, baby. Yeah, boy. All right. All right. Anyways, anywho, this is all done. We've already done all this. Maybe we'll just quickly look at it. That's our trade plan from last night. Oh, look at that. It's working. You're welcome. Okay. Kevin says, yeah, you learn a lot. Well, so one of the things, I mean, just, think, I know you guys don't care, but anyways, the idea here was I learned from working with people directly, and they were so mad because of the problems and the mistreatment by the company. So I learned, like, if you were going to build a company, how to do it better. Okay, so there's that side. There's also how to keep your emotions in check. But I had already worked at NASA, so I'm a cool, I've been trained to land the plane even if it's on fire. Right, I've saved people's lives probably from my NASA training, like pulling people out of burning cars right before they exploded, just like in movies. Standing in the middle of traffic on Van Ness, helping someone that was hit by a car. Like people don't react. They're not trained. I can get out there and do all that. And so it's just very interesting taking like NASA training, and then you take kind of your stuff of working with very, very emotional situations and how to organize all that. But also you do learn about yourself, not how to take it personally, but organize what is happening so that you can control the situation. And a lot of it is to control the emotion. Well, look how important that is as a trader. How do you like collect yourself under emotional duress, but then organize your thought process and rely on strategy and not reaction? Right? Very, and all that kind of stuff. And then from a management level, as far as Kevin's saying, you can learn a lot. Well, you learn a lot about others, you learn a lot about yourself, you learn a lot about emotion and control, and then you learn about like, how would you be able to manage something like that? So, for a 21-year-old, it was pretty cool. And I got to work at Apple. And I got to have this awesome, like, big plaque that would sit on top of my cube so people could see it from across the room that I was an ATC, an Apple Technical Coordinator. So if you had a problem, I'll solve it. So I did sort of like roaming technical support internally to Apple because I went to Apple University. How cool is that, huh? I think I was just a kid, man, just a kid. Huh? Got to remember, 4 years earlier, I'm in rural Canada going, hey man, I got to get out of here. There it was, right? All right, cool. So I think we'll leave it at that. So no swing trading group today. I'm going to get my butt on a plane. I don't even know what time that is. I think she put me on, I don't know. Actually, I don't know. Hopefully they tell me. So I'm going to get out of here. I'll be home for non-farm payrolls tomorrow. And then on Sunday, we'll get together as a group and we'll do April planning. We'll plan the new week. We'll plan the new month. We'll plan the new quarter. Do something like that from the comforts of our own home. And I would like just, I don't know, an applause. I don't know who I'm applauding, but I'm showing happiness to the universe and gratitude to the universe. After spending many, many, many hours trying to get this OBS to work with MT4 on my laptop. If you remember, I was having trouble last summer in Florida. Remember all that? And I had a giant conference room for 12 people for me to do it, and it still wouldn't work. And we had all this frustration. I spent all this time and money making all these arrangements, and it wouldn't stream. So this time it streamed. So I'm just, I don't know, I'm pointing my hands to the sky. I think it's Buddha. I'm not sure where it's going, but I'm a happy Buddha. So thank you, universe, for allowing us to gather today. And to everybody else here, I'm showing you a peace sign. I have a peace sign up, so maybe raise your hand into a peace sign. Peace on earth. I wish for peace on earth May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average. And I thank you for being in my life. I know many of you, and you're good, warm, hardworking people. And I know you're making sacrifices to do this. And I believe it's worth it. I really do. And so I encourage you to stick with it, the blood, sweat, and tears for years. You can do this. I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.